What's up, everybody? Welcome to more trades. Over here, I have Solana opened because Solana, I believe, was one of the most disappointing coins. A few days ago, I posted and I was saying there is a possibility for Solana to launch and go up. I gave you the up targets. However, I mentioned that there is still some downside risk, and I had these targets on the chart: 16,396, which would be around here. You could see we had a small reaction, but we failed. And then we had another move down close to my target, 12.318. Whoever has been watching this channel for a while knows that I had these targets for a very long time on my channel. And I was saying that there is a possibility of more down risk. We haven't come out of that yet. I was saying that we have a chance to go up too, but downside risk is still there, and losing that level of 18.343 that I've been talking about for a while was a big important level. I think this level over here of this previous range, November lows, November 2022, was important. We have a POC that comes at around 13.182. The 12.318, to be honest, I can't remember what level was that. Where did I take that from? But clearly, we're approaching it, and it looks like it is some sort of support. We are bouncing off the golden pocket of this entire move up and back down. So essentially, we need to hold the 11.9. If you lose this 11.9, then you will be coming much, much lower, because usually when you lose the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement, that is not a good sign for whatever direction you are aiming for. So if you're going up, you're supposedly pumping up, and you lose the 0.786 retracement on your retracement, obviously, then that's not good. And if you're going down, then you lose it. If you're going down and you pump above it, then that's also not good. Those targets for Solana still remain valid. As you can see on the Solana BUSD chart, I had taken this fixed range volume profile for the entire range. So let me do it on my Solana USDT, because then maybe it will be clear. So I have this that started over here. I'll pull it all the way. My point of control comes in at around 13.335. So possibly this was a POC initially before we came down, maybe weeks ahead, and we came down. Now what am I looking for from Solana at the moment? Now if we assume that this was just a 1, 2, this is a bullish count, and we held above the 0.786, your target to the upside, which doesn't look very much at the moment. I know it doesn't look possible, but anything is possible. I still have the $4 to $7 range down here in my chart. There you go. $5 to $7. I've had this for months now. We haven't hit it. But your target to the upside, if this is a 1 and a 2, but this is very impulsive. I mean, if it was an A, B, C, or WXY, it's quite impulsive. Your 1-to-1 will bring you up to $32. Your 1.618 can bring you up to $43 if you are able to do that. Now let's take it in reverse and look at the targets to the downside, and look, where did we hit? We take it from the peak over here to the low, to the next peak. You can see that we came at the 1-to-1 close to the 1.272. That could mean the correction's finished. If the correction's finished, then that's a rotation to the upside. On the macro, I do think we have more downside to go. Very large volume on the way down could just mean that this is a third wave or a C wave. We are in the middle of the weekend. We could do something like this for the weekend, just correct. Only come Monday and have another flush out Monday, Tuesday into the FOMC meeting. Then we get good news in the FOMC meeting, and that's when we get the pump. It is possible. Anything's possible. I can't predict the future. I'm just telling you what I see in the charts. The charts looks bearish. The charts looks bearish for a long time now on different charts. Next week, FOMC, I believe it will be possibly 13th. No, I think it will be a Thursday. Okay, Wednesday the 14th. So that's the Fed's funds rate. Just keep an eye on that. Now looking at other charts, Ethereum on the other hand really gave that flush through. It's a good thing that we're having the flush out. Remember I told you I have the 16666 and 1914. Those are the most important targets for me at that moment. And at the moment you see 1914 quite well respected. We're coming down, I assume, to 16666. We are at the fixed range value area high of this entire range. Now if you're unable to get above the 1747, you're coming to the POC at around 1214. That's a crazy target. Of course you have the 1616 for starters. Why am I saying this? Because this is a big gap. You can see there's a volume gap. Okay, you have a spike over here 1666 around this region, then you have this gap and you have another spike 1560 region, then you have a big gap down all the way to 1200 zone, 1276. Ethereum has failed from the value area high, and this is on the daily. This was a good point, 28th of May. If you're watching my channel for a while, you'd have got this target way in advance. 28th of May, and we never made it above that, and this would have been an excellent short for you. This move down looks very corrective, despite we have some impulses to the downside. Look at that. But then again, if you look at it in another way, you could say we had impulses to the upside and corrections to the downside, because you can't deny these were good impulses to the upside. Look at this. This is an impulse. This is an impulse. Now here we had an impulse, correction, impulse, and we went all the way up, correction, impulse. And could this be the correction? So if that's the case, then we could have a 1, 2, and maybe another 1, 2, but this 2 is becoming too big compared to this, so I would say maybe a 3, 4, and a 5 is possible. But it's very sad that these coins failed to rotate. The bulls failed. We're the bulls that keep on saying higher prices. You guys failed. Yeah, it has failed. Look at that. You had a chance a few days ago to rotate. You were here on the 6th of June. You're at around the 1891, or even the high was at around 1898. You had a chance to hold the POC and continue higher, or at least the 1850. You came to the value area low and broke down. Now this doesn't have to be the end. This could be the rotation. So don't be overly bullish at support. That's the biggest mistake you could do. At the moment, you should be looking for long trades. And if there is no long trade setup, you don't enter a trade, because Ethereum can come all the way down. 1665 is a 0.618 retracement of this move that started on the 9th of November 2022. So you could come all the way to 1665 or even 1534 and still be bullish. As a holder, you should be looking for buy zones. You are below the 0.5 fib. You can buy here if you want. Not financial advice. You can wait for this level to buy here. You could wait for this level. These are different zones. We could be having much lower to go, especially for altcoins. So if you're an altcoin enthusiast, you will be losing money at the short term to medium term, maybe. You could make money, of course, if you start rallying due to FOMC. This is all caused by rubbish news. I mean, news, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. Okay, the news is SEC is suing CZ and Binance, and some coins like Solana have been declared as a security, so that made them dump, and I think Cardano and many others. At the moment for Bitcoin, you have lost the VWAP. You have lost a significant zone. I'm going to show you another thing that you have lost, which makes a big difference for every bull over there. You need to be careful with that. 200 moving average on the weekly. Let's look at that, because that's the biggest zone that people have been talking about now for a while. 200 week moving average. Where is the 200 week moving average? I need to mark it out in the chart, maybe put it as another color. So remember, at the moment, you're not looking for longs. You're not looking for shorts. You're looking for what? You're looking for longs, correct. Very good. Okay, 200 moving average on the weekly. I feel like I'm talking to myself. 200 moving average on the weekly is at around 26,436. You have lost it. Now you've lost us. You have this big green candle. Remember, I always tell you these big moves are recovered. And if you come here, if you can't hold the 22K zone, you're coming down to fill that CME gap at around 20K. Your resistance for now would be on the bigger time frame 26436. This is on the Bitstamp chart. 26436 is your biggest resistance at the moment, your important zone, I mean, to recover, to go up. You have failed here. You're still in a bullish setup. You could go up if you don't lose the, let's look, if you don't lose the 21996, let's round it off and see 22k, you have a chance to go up. But once you start losing this, because so far this could look like a 1, 2, 3 and a 4, and a 4 would like to be at the 0.5 fib. So once you get into the 24k zone and below, that's very bad. Your value area high of this bottom range is at around 25,000. Let's just round it, 25,000. You need to be careful and not lose that. Your support zones are as here as Fibonacci retracement, 24k. I would say around the 23.9, 23.5 is your next zone of support. You are at the 0.5 fib, almost bounced perfectly at the 0.5 fib. You bounced off of 25.321. Your 0.5 fib is at 25.307.4. So as a holder, not financial advice, but 25.3 is a good zone to buy. As a holder, you could buy some Bitcoin there, it dumps more, you buy some more, and so on. You buy smaller as it goes lower, you buy slightly larger positions, and you go down. But yeah, let's go back to Solana. The problem with Solana is, if I take Solana from the high over here, from the all-time high, and look at this. This was a 1-2. My third wave, which was this, came below the 1-to-1, close to the 1.272. So that tells me that is a possibility. That's my third wave. Then a retracement of the third wave will bring the fourth wave perfectly almost to the 0.5 fib. So that's my wave 4. Now my wave 5 could be from 1 through 3, above 4 to the high of 4. My 1-to-1 can the wave 5 can come to the 0.618. We are below it. We've exceeded it. So I would say my wave 5 probably ended here of this move down. So I could say that this was a good 5 wave down. And if we're done, we could have a big retracement to the upside. My retracement would be 0.618 retracement of the wave 1. Very bullish target indeed if we can get up there. 0.5 to 0.618 will bring Solana all the way to the 134 or even the 164 range. Are we done with the bottom range? I'm not sure. I feel this move down isn't done, although it looks perfect on the weekly. Look at that. I always tell you, look at this move up, insufficiency, and you come back down. And that's exactly what you got this time on the higher time frame. It formed a double top. So if you want to measure the double top and say how far, how low could we go as a technical pattern, you go down, break of the neckline can bring you up to this zone of mine, $6, between $5 to $7 range. All right, that's my update on Solana, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. If you like it, hit the like, subscribe to the channel, join the free Discord, and click the notifications. And just wait for one more thing to look at before you go. You need to be aware of the daily RSI on most, especially Bitcoin, on most crypto or anything you're trading. At the moment, your RSI is forming, well, hasn't completed. It's the daily. If the daily closes above 17.4, and RSI remains low, you could have a bullish divergence. But comparing, what I'm looking at is the RSI gonna break the RSI on the daily of 29th December 2022. If the RSI can break this level on Solana and come below this level of December 29, 2022, but the price remains above $8, then we're fine. And for Bitcoin, I want Bitcoin's price to remain above March 10th. This is November, I mean here. Yeah, March 10th prices. But I want RSI to break the March 10th. Then I'll have hidden bullish divergence. Higher lows on the price action. Bitcoin to remain above, where's that? Bitcoin to remain here above 19,521, while the RSI to break these levels. That's for Bitcoin. For Solana, March 10th would bring Solana over here. This is March 10th for Solana. We have broken it in price action. We've broken it in RSI. No bullish divergence. Ethereum, 10th of March. RSI not yet there. Price not yet there. I want price to come and hold above this level, above 1366. But the RSI to break below. We get hidden bullish. And that's a continuation of the trend. But I must tell you, I've been saying for months, I expect possibly another low. Before I would say a lower low, but now I'm not so sure about a lower low, but I expect another low. Yeah, the value area low of this can bring you down close to the 1.414 retracement, somewhere around the 1000 zone. All right, that's it. I'm out.